Some things he didn't tell you is I accepted Christ before going into prison. God was getting a hold of my heart, and it hadn't been fully grabbed just yet. I was still a part of a gang when I got arrested, still had criminal ambition because, like he said, I came from a broken home. I knew who my father was. If he went down the street, I could point him out, but I had no relationship with him. I remember one time actually seeing him and almost walked past him because he never was there. I heard, I love you. I never seen it. So by the time I had turned 16, the gangs had become my fence of love. They had become my mentors. They had become my guides. And they was furthering this criminal ambition. And I was fast on the train. I mean, I was soaking it up. My uncle was in the gang. His brother was in the gang. My brothers was in the gang. My cousin was in the gang. You know, this was our way of life. My mother sold drugs. And I remember her going to what we call a spot, which was the crack house. I remember her going there to work. So I was fast on my way to having a criminal enterprise. And I remember the night that I got locked up, I said to myself that if I'm going to be a criminal or a thief, I'm going to be the best thief there is. And God said wrong. God said wrong. I got locked up, and no matter how much I tried, and I did try, I couldn't get out of jail. It was kind of ironic. They gave me $1,000 bond. I couldn't even raise the money. They gave me home monitoring, and I'm on my way out. They stopped that. There was men in the prison who were sincere Christians, and they began to surround me, and they began to teach me. And this led to me going to my chaplain and saying, when it was time for me to get out, I don't want to go back to that environment, because I know if I go back to that environment, then I'm going to be right back in here. I know it. She said, Kanye, I know the perfect place for you. She said it's called the Koinonia House. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, you know. She said it's a man and woman in God who is open their house to ex-cons who have been saved. So I said, okay. So I met Manny, and he came down, and he flew to Vienna, first time he ever flew, and I was kind of overwhelmed. I'm like, wow, he never got on a plane before, and he come see me. Wow, I feel privileged. But what I began to see after I got out of prison was the trueness of love, because that's where it really began for me. See, when I was behind the wall, you know, everybody talk a good talk when you're back there, but nobody really show it. And the men and women truly showed the love of Christ to me. I remember thinking, wow, God, I really have entered into your kingdom, because these men and women took the time to, you know, really spend time with me. And it was important to me, because I never had that. I never experienced that. And when I say they spend time, because the model was 15 months. I spent 30 months there. I remember Manny and Barbara coming to me and saying, Kanye, I know you've graduated, but we just don't feel you're ready. At that point, they could have just said, you know what? Hey, have a nice time. You know, you was a part of our program. You know what? We did that, you know, good deed, and we, you know, participated there. But they showed love. They showed kindness. I remember spending long nights with my mentor talking, you know, because at 19, I had a lot of issues. I'm not going to go into them right now, but I had a lot of them. You know, I'm 19. You know, I thought I knew it all. But I come to find out soon I didn't. And they was there to still love and care for me. They was there to show me, you know, what being a man of Christ is all about. You know, my pastor, He's still there. He's been there as a father for me and showing me how to be a father. Now I have 6 of my own and I have 5 boys, and I'm like, wow, God, you really did it to me, didn't you? Because I heard you get back what you give. So if that's any testimony to what I gave Manny, I'm like, man, you really had it in for me, God. You're really going to show me what I did wrong. But even in that, they're still showing me love. They're still caring for me. They're still showing me how to be a man of Christ and how to walk in love. That fence has not left. I still call Manny at the drop of a dime and he'll say, Kenya, I'm busy, but I got a few minutes for you. That's real love. That's real commitment. Because of this real love and this real commitment that the men and women did show me here, my sons will see it. They see it now. I never knew affection, but I can kiss my son now. I can kiss my daughter now because I seen it. I seen it in Manny. I remember I would see him always kissing Howard and Kenneth, and it's like, wow. I wish I had that. But what I said was, you know what, since I didn't have it, I'm going to give it to my sons. I'm going to give it to my daughters. I'm going to give it to children, period, because most of the men and women that do go through these circumstances have come from broken homes. And this is what the family of Christ has shown me. And that was initially why I was drawn to it. When I heard like father, son, he's a caring father. I was like, wow, I want that. Wow, I would love to know what that is like. I would love to know what it's like. I mean, I heard my dad say, I love you, but I never seen him show me love. I never seen him, put his arm around me. And that was what I really wanted. That's what I really longed for. That's what I really hungered for. And I got it when I got saved. And I got it through the Koinonia House. If the Koinonia House was not here, I would not be here. The beautiful loved ones I have at this table right here, they would not be here. Because I didn't meet my wife before I went to prison. I met her after I got out of prison. I had my family after I came out of prison. And because they are here, we're here. My sons, I am proud to say that I've broken the cycle. They won't go to prison. They won't see the inside of jails unless they are visiting somebody else. And you know what? I can't really say that. If they do see the inside of prisons, guess what? I'm going to be right there loving them. I'm going to be right there caring for them because that's what Manny did for me. That's what my mentors did for me. I didn't get it all right. Matter of fact, I messed up more times than I got it right. My pastor's still loving me, even when I'm still getting it wrong. And that's showing me the love of Christ. I seen the body of Christ through the men and women who came alongside. Kent Woods, we talk about it all the time. He gave me a truck. I love this truck. It was a little bitty red fire engine, and I was a detail manager. Man, I took that truck to the detail shop, and I spent 5 hours cleaning it up. That's real love in action. I'm the result of that action. My family is a result of that action. Anywhere they footsteps is a result of the action of the Koinonia House. We're here because they're here. Thank you.